The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 33. The final chapter. As Peter Parker's Aunt May lays dying in the hospital, victim of the effects of radioactivity in her bloodstream, a sympathetic Dr. Connors waits for Spider-Man to bring the ISO-36 to him, for it is the only serum which might save Peter's aunt. But the stolen serum is in the possession of Dr. Octopus, whose masked henchmen wait outside a steel door as Spidey and Doc Ock battle within. And none suspect that a sudden leak in the underwater dome of the hidden hideout is growing bigger and bigger. While Spider-Man himself, having beaten his multi-armed foe, is now trapped beneath tons of fallen steel, with the precious serum lying just out of reach as the fatal seconds tick by.
I failed. Just now, when it counted the most, I failed. But I can't give up. I must keep trying. I must. I've got to try to free myself, no matter how impossible it seems. And lifting is the only way. The only way. I can't. So exhausted. After all that fighting, I feel so weak.
But then, the amazing teenager glimpses the life-saving serum so near and yet so far, so hopelessly far away.
It's lying there, just beyond reach, as though mocking me, taunting me. It's the one thing, the only thing that may save Aunt May, and I can't bring it to her. If she doesn't make it, it'll be my fault, just the way I'll always blame myself for what happened to Uncle Ben. The two people in all the world who've been the kindest to me. I can't fail again. It can't happen a second time. I won't let it. I won't. No matter what the odds, no matter what the cost, I'll get that serum to Aunt May. And maybe then I'll no longer be haunted by the memory of Uncle Ben. Within my body is the strength of many men. And now, I've got to call on all that strength, all the power that I possess. I must prove equal to the task. I must be worthy of that strength. Or else, I don't deserve it. The weight is unbearable. Every muscle aches. My head, it's spinning. Everything's beginning to whirl around. The strain, it's unbearable. Crack in the ceiling. It's growing wider, getting bigger every second. I'll never make it. I can't. No, I dare not give up now. If I close my eyes, I'll go under. I must stay awake. Must clear my head. Keep trying. Trying. I'll do it, Aunt May. I won't fail you, no matter what. I won't fail. Anyone can win a fight when the odds are easy. It's when the going's tough, when there seems to be no chance. That's when it counts. Everything going black. My head aching. Hold on. I must hold on. It's moving. I can't stop now. Last chance. I must keep the momentum. More. Just a little more.
And then, as the agonizing ache in his limbs seems unendurable as his superbly muscled body suffers the torment of a virtually indescribable ordeal. From out of the pain, from out of the agony, comes triumph.
I did it! I'm free! My leg, it's hurt, but I'm still lucky. No bones seem to be broken. I can't waste a minute. I must get that serum. I've got to hurry. The crack in the ceiling, it's getting wider. The water is pouring in faster. If only my leg wasn't injured. I can't move too quickly, but there isn't time. The roof is collapsing under the increasing water pressure. The whole place will be flooded within seconds. But I can't fail now, not after everything that's happened. The only way out is through this tunnel, if it'll just hold up a few seconds longer. My time's run out. It's collapsing now. It's cascading right towards me, but I won't let go of the serum. Perhaps I can still escape, by some miracle. I'll go limp, let it sweep me along, through the tunnel. These few seconds will give me a chance to regain some of my strength.
With surging, thunderous power, the onrushing deluge sweeps Spider-Man along through the tunnel as it hurtles on its course with a force and impact such as only nature herself in all her fury can unleash. And only Spidey's amazing agility and sense of balance can keep him from being helplessly battered as the torrent surges from side to side.
The tunnel is almost completely inundated. I can hold my breath far longer than a normal man, but not forever. I've got to find a way out before I drown. That door at the end of the tunnel, it's my only chance. The relentless hammering of tons of water should break it down by the time I reach it. Mustn't get careless now. I have to keep swerving, dodging, avoiding the wreckage which could tangle me up.
And then, seconds later,
I'm through. There's air to breathe. Air.
but suddenly,
Something's grabbing me from below, pulling me back down. More of Doc Ock's men in diving gear. They must have been investigating the crash. Well, they won't stop me now. No matter how tired I am, I can still outfight them. Once their air hoses are ripped off, they'll have to head for the surface. There, that takes care of that. They can't hold their breath as long as I.
but when the hard-pressed youth finally climbs to safety, he realizes that his ordeal is still far from over.
More of them waiting for me.
We knew you'd show up here, Spider-Man. It's the only way out of this place.
But the only way to reach the exit is to fight your way through us.
I've got a job to do, and nobody, nothing, no power on Earth is going to stop me while I still live.
That suits us, mister. Remember, nobody lives forever.
Come on, stop wasting time. We've got 'em outnumbered. Let's rush 'em.
You've got it wrong, fella. If there's any rushing to do around here, I'll do it. If only my leg didn't throb so. If I weren't so exhausted. But I can't think of that now.
The great Spider-Man. Ha! You're not as tough as you're cracked up to be.
Keep swinging. We're stopping him. He can't get past us.
It's almost too easy. He may be faking.
Not a chance. Nobody wants to be a human punching bag. Not even Spider-Man.
I've got to take it from them just a little longer. By not fighting back, I can keep resting, regaining my energy. My own strength keeps the blows from hurting too much. This is probably the first time anyone ever rested by taking a beating. But then, I never was much of a conformist. Can't wait much longer. I'm beginning to ache. Now. I've got to start fighting back now, while I still can.
Look out! He must have gotten his second wind.
So what? It'll take more than that to save him.
He's right. Without full use of my leg, I can't maneuver as I should. And they're all fresh, rested. Ugh. What's the matter with me? What if my leg is injured? What if they are more rested? They're just a gang of mangy crooks. But I'm Spider-Man.
What's holding him up? How does he keep fighting?
I dunno, but it looks like he's getting stronger.
I'm Spider-Man, and I'm not going to fail. I'm not. Not with Aunt May counting on me, needing me. A man may lose. A man may be defeated. It's no disgrace, so long as he doesn't give up. And I'm not giving up. I'm not. I'll keep fighting, no matter what. I won't give up. I won't. Nobody can make me give up, not when there's so much at stake. I'll keep fighting until... What? It's over. Can't stop now. I can't even look back. Dr. Connors needs the serum for Aunt May. Must keep moving. Keep walking. No time to find out what happened to Dr. Octopus. No time for anything. All that matters is delivering the serum in time. Before it's too late.
And so, a short time later, at the laboratory of Dr. Connors, we find...
Spider-Man, you got the serum. It's all I need to finish the test. Everything else is all checked out and ready for processing.
I knew I could count on you.
You're so breathless. Did you have any trouble? Is anything wrong?
I'll tell you about it sometime. Right now, here's the serum. Let's not waste a minute. There's one other thing I've got to do when he's not looking. I've got to take a sample of my own Spider-Man blood, which gave me my powers when I was first bitten by that radioactive spider. It will be needed for comparison to see if Dr. Connor's serum really can stop the deterioration of Aunt May's blood. There, I'll slip it in my belt till it's needed. He won't know where it came from.
Then, as the masked adventurer returns to his newfound ally once more.
So far, so good. I'm getting just the reaction I expected.
Then there's only one more thing to do.
Wait, what are you doing?
It's all right. I just want to test it on this blood sample.
What blood sample?
There isn't time to explain now, but if the serum works on this, then it will probably be effective on the patient too.
How can you be sure it's the same type of blood?
I can't explain, but it is. There, I've done all that I can. Now the rest is up to you.
Let me have it. I'll know the answer in a few minutes. It works! The deterioration of the blood was instantly checked when the serum was applied.
Then we may have found the cure for Aunt May.
Just one thing. You've never told me who the patient is. The serum may be affected by the age, sex, or physical condition of the one it's given to.
I know, but that's the chance we have to take. At least, there's some hope now. One last thing. Would you call the hospital and tell them I'm on the way with the serum? If a man of your reputation asks them to, they'll allow me to give it to the doctor in charge.
Of course I'll do it. Good luck to you, my friend.
Seconds later.
We've done all we can, but she's sinking rapidly.
Doctor, there's an urgent phone call for you.
No sooner is the phone call completed when...
Quickly, I have something for Mrs. Parker. Is she...
Yes, she's still alive, but just barely. We were already informed of your coming. Give me the serum.
If this can stop the deterioration of her blood, then we'll be able to perform a transfusion and she'll have a fighting chance.
How long will it be before you know?
About 2 hours. We have to conduct a series of tests to determine the effectiveness of the serum.
2 hours? I couldn't bear to stand here that long, watching, fearing, dreading each passing second, knowing that each could be her last. I've done the best I could, Aunt May. Now there's nothing left but prayer.
Hold on there, Spider-Man. I've some questions for you. What's your interest in this matter?
Let's just say that I was helping a friend. I've got to keep my mind occupied. Must keep busy for the next 2 hours. Wait, I almost forgot. The Master Planner's gang. They're still out cold. I've got to do a little stage setting before they recover. There, I set up my camera so it will look as though Peter Parker took a picture of Spidey leaving the underground exit. And now, that intrepid newshound, young Scoop Parker, fearlessly snaps the sleeping thugs who were sprawled down below.
Minutes later, at the offices of the Daily Bugle, crime reporter Frederick Foswell gets an urgent call.
Who? Did you say Spider-Man? You want me to meet you right away? You've got a tip for me? I'm on my way. Better hold the front page for an extra, Mr. Jameson. I'm on my way to get a scoop from Spider-Man.
An extra? Music to my ears. I can hear the money rolling in now. Maybe that blasted web spinner's in jail. Or worse, if I'm lucky. Oh, what a beautiful day this is.
Mr. Jameson, you're smiling. Is anything wrong?
Then, on a street near the waterfront.
Slow down, Foswell. You'll last longer.
You? What are you doing up there?
Nothing much. Just hanging around. Now listen closely. I've got the Master Planner's gang all sewed up behind a hidden trap door, which I marked for you. The leader was Dr. Octopus, but I lost him when the place got flooded.
You should have told me over the phone. I'd have gotten a photographer, alerted the police.
He doesn't suspect my camera is on the roof ledge, automatically snapping this whole thing right now. No need to alert the police. I already called them. Well, you won't need me anymore. The story is all yours. I'll double back to the roof across the way and make sure I don't miss anything that happens next. There they are, like contrite little schoolboys who got caught with their hands in the cookie jar.
Keep walking. Don't be shy. We've got room in the paddy wagon for all of you.
This is perfect. They're making them unmask, and my trusty little snooper scope and I have a ringside seat. Hoo boy, there'll be a lot of bare post office walls when those characters get taken out of circulation.
It'll be like Old Home Week at Sing Sing when you cut-ups come marching in.
We'll have to dispatch a diver down below to see if there's any trace of Dr. Octopus.
If he's anywhere in the vicinity, we'll find him, Charlie. But my guess is that he's miles from here by now. That is, if he survived the cave-in.
That's that. This squares me with Foswell, and it makes up for my suspecting him of being the crime master. Now to get these pics to Jameson, on the double.
Seconds later, there's frantic jubilation in the city room of the Daily Bugle.
The Master Planner gang captured. The identity of the leader revealed. And my paper has the story first. That's great, Foswell. I knew you could do it. Better not praise him too much. He's liable to hit me for a raise.
But you should have gotten pictures. If only we had photos.
And speaking of photos,
He must have the story by now. He'll be hungry for my photos. Darn leg is still aching. I ought to stay off of it.
Oh, there's Peter. I've been hoping to, but what's wrong with his leg? He's been hurt. Peter, wait. It's me, Betty. I want to talk to you.
Oh no, not now. I don't want to have to face her now.
Peter, your face. What had happened to it?
Nothing much. I just had a tough time getting a new set of news photos for Jameson. Sometimes a guy's luck just runs out. But there's no need to make a federal case out of it. Selling photos is important to me. I need the extra money. And if I have to get slapped around once in a while, it's part of the job. I'm not complaining, and I'm not quitting my work either.
hearing Peter's grimly spoken words has a dramatic effect on Betty Brant. An effect he knew it would have. Her mind races back to her brother, the brother whom she loved, but lost, because he too wouldn't give up the dangerous life he wanted to lead.
Once before, I lost someone. Someone who meant the world to me, because he wanted to live dangerously. I couldn't bear that heartbreak again. I couldn't bear to lose another. It's too much to ask. Too much for a girl to have to endure. Peter, why do you have that stubborn streak? Why can't you stick to your studies? Why must you always crave action?
Now, more than ever, I realize I'm no good for Betty. I never will be. If she feels this way about Peter Parker, how would she react if she learned about Spider-Man?
Now listen, Foswell. Stay at headquarters in case anything else breaks. This is the scoop of the year, and I want to milk it for all it's worth. What happened to you, Parker? You look like something the cat dragged in.
I'm not here to enter a beauty contest, Mr. Jameson. I've got something for you.
Well, what do you expect? A brass band? Let's see. I'll call you later, Foswell.
Maybe you wouldn't be interested in these pics. They're only a complete series showing the entire capture of the Master Planner's gang. Plus, some shots I managed to get of Spider-Man on the scene.
It's true then. There is a Santa Claus. Don't just stand there, my boy. Give them to me. There's still time to make the front page. Every second counts. Let me have them.
Whoa, we haven't agreed on a price yet.
We can settle your payment later. You know how generous I am.
Yep, that's why we'll settle it now. I've got to collect enough to pay Aunt May's medical expenses, and to get my microscope and other equipment out of Hawk. I want $100 each, or I'll peddle them elsewhere.
It's highway robbery. You're taking advantage of my warm heart, my generosity. He doesn't realize they're worth twice as much. But I'll take them, just because I like you.
Okay then, keep liking me enough to give me a check right now, 'cause I can use the dough.
What's gotten into Parker? He used to be a real little milquetoast. Who wised him up? Here's your check. I'll probably go broke throwing away my money so carelessly.
Come off it, JJ. Compared to you, even Scrooge was a reckless devil-may-care spendthrift.
Shortly thereafter, at the hospital.
It's time for the decision about Aunt May now. I'm almost afraid to find out. But I must. My leg. It's aching more than ever now. But this is no time to worry about that.
Parker,
Tell me, Doc, what about my aunt? Are the tests completed? Is she...
we'll know in a few minutes, son. The last check is being made right now. But what happened to you? You'd better let me look at you.
I'm okay, Doc. I just mixed it up with a few other fellas, that's all. Nothing's worth mentioning.
Why not let me be the judge of that? Just open your shirt, Parker, and I'll have a look at you.
I can't flatly refuse without arousing his suspicions.
A few minutes later.
You seem sound enough, but you're on the verge of complete exhaustion. You should be in bed.
I am pretty tired, Doc, but I've just got to find out about Aunt May first. Lucky for me, he didn't want to check my blood.
Peter, drink this, son. It'll relax you a bit. And remember, get some rest as soon as possible.
Doc, once I leave here, nobody'll have to tell me twice.
Doctor, we have the final series of test results on May Parker. Will you look at them now?
Of course. Come with me, my boy.
This is it.
Good news. The serum has stopped the blood deterioration. The reports are all favorable. With luck, we expect her to pull through.
I didn't let you down this time, Aunt May. I didn't fail you. She's moving.
Peter.
It's all right, Aunt May. You're going to be well again. Everything is fine.
Peter.
She dropped off to sleep again. She's resting much easier now. The crisis has passed. She'd never have made it, if not for that serum which Spider-Man brought us. I wonder where he fits into all this.
I don't know, Doc, but maybe he's not quite as bad as some people think he is.
Well, at any rate, you'd better go home and get some rest yourself.
I think I'll be able to now.
That Peter Parker certainly is a nice boy. He's sincere, well-mannered, and devoted to his aunt. Too bad there aren't many more young men like that. You're bad someone like him can't be an idol for teenagers to imitate, instead of some mysterious, unknown thrill-seeker like Spider-Man.
Next issue, the return of Kraven the Hunter. Enough said. The end.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes Spider-Man.